Hello friends, how are you today? In this video, I wanted to cover enterprise and non-enterprise AI agents. So when it comes to AI agent, you have heard a lot about AI agent in these days, and so many companies produced AI agent frameworks that you can go and download like an app in App Store or Google Store and use it in your phone also. So that level of advancement came in AI agent world. So I just wanted to be clear on like what exactly difference between enterprise AI agent and non-enterprise AI agents. Normally, when it comes to enterprise, there are certain norms and procedures need to be followed, because when you adopt AI agent for your enterprise, you must be very careful in terms of choosing the right agent, choosing the right LLM, choosing the task list, and also implementing this AI agent secured way so that you can adopt confidently and use it for your business use cases. And when it comes to non-enterprises, like the startups who are trying to explore what exactly the AI agent is and how it can be used for the enterprises, etc., you don't need to be very strict in following the governance, security, and scalability aspects, but you still need to take care of this when you grow your AI agent in better way, right? So let's get into the details. First of all, let's understand the clear difference between enterprise and non-enterprise. What exactly enterprise? Enterprise is an organization that follows standards, procedures, norms for implementing or adopting any technology for their organization. Normally, when it comes to enterprise architecture, you must deal with the business team, data team, application team, and technology team, operations team, etc., so that you can adopt the technology properly without any flaws. And when it comes to non-enterprise, what exactly it means? It is just like a startup company where they wanted to start the things and explore the things properly and then adapt it quickly and sell it out quickly so that they can move on to the next activity, right? So that's called a non-enterprise. You can compare this with a startup or a small business company. So when it comes to adopting AI agent for these two major categories, enterprise AI agents are very powerful, secure, governed, and also when it comes to dealing with the data, they use the curated data. But when it comes to non-enterprise AI agent, they just use the data which is available over the internet. Their main purpose is to make sure that AI agent completes its task perfectly. So let's get into the clear difference between these two categories. And before getting in there, I just wanted to know why AI agents now, what exactly AI agent is, and why now we are focusing more on AI agent. And with a simple analogy, we can easily understand between these two major categories. First of all, what exactly the AI agent? I have produced a lot of videos. You can go and explore in the channel, and I have produced the videos which are clearly explaining what exactly AI agent, what are all the task list, and how AI agent architecture look like, etc. But I just wanted to cover quickly here. AI agents are the workflow orchestrator where it'll create the workflow for you with the help of the large language model, assets, memory, short-term memory, and also it uses a couple of tools to complete the task. Just imagine like if you want to look for a house and you want to buy a house, if you do all the tasks of searching the house and finding out the right location, finding the schools and amenities, it'll be hard. Think about a real estate agent who is going to help you to find the house for you. That's just like a agent is just like that. So it has all the capabilities tied to it, and all you need to do is just give the task. It'll go and execute all the tasks one by one to achieve the bigger goal for you. And why now? So if you take the organizations who are exploring the automation capabilities, earlier days, all the automations were by using some types of automation tool where it will go and repeatedly execute the task for you. So this automation helped a lot to avoid the manual interventions. And also if your organization is executing some types of manual testing, you might have automated by using the tools like Selenium and other tools to automate the test cases. This is one example I'm telling. So similarly, if there are some jobs that has to run particular time every day, you might be using the batch job, and you might be doing the lot of automation capabilities in your organization. But when it comes to generative AI, we came to know that generative AI produces the new content based on the work that you have been doing. For example, if you are configuring the configurations for your applications to run in the cloud, you must do a lot of configuration setup that you must be using a particular technology to do it. But when it comes to the generative AI, it uses those historical data, and it produces new content so that you can easily go and execute that configuration for your applications to run fine in the cloud, right? But AI agents combines these two, right? Automation of the existing tasks and also producing the new tasks. So that's the reason AI agent is so popular now. And for example, if you are setting up an infrastructure for your application to run in the cloud, you might be doing manually, just spinning up the right VMs and configuring the CPU, memory, etc. And you might be using some types of forms like Terraform's CloudFormation template or Ansible to automate this task. But when it comes to AI agent, what happens? It uses LLM to study the configurations, whatever you create manually, and produce a new content. At the same time, it automates the complete workflow of setting the infrastructure for your applications to run fine in the cloud. So that is the powerful reason why agent now. And comparing the AI agent which are running in enterprise and which are being used in non-enterprises, you can just simply assume this analogy, simply use this analogy to understand better. First one is, if you imagine that enterprises are going to adopt AI agent for their business use cases, it is like a person who is wearing suit and go in full formal. And when it comes to the small businesses and also small startup companies who are planning to adopt AI agent for their business use cases, you can imagine that there's a coder who is coming with hoodie and running the code, testing it out, and leaving it for the business, right? So that's a clear difference between AI agents which are used in enterprise and non-enterprise. So enterprise AI agent framework. So these are all the key enterprise agent frameworks that you can definitely go and explore if you have not. I have listed out here, and also what was the purpose of creating this particular generative AI agent framework for the business, and what exactly the fact about this particular AI agent framework. So first one is IBM Watsonx.ai and governance. This particular framework is purely enterprise agent framework. It solves the AI compliances, and it helps the organizations to implement multiple agents, and it will help you to orchestrate multiple agents, and also it provides clear explainability about how the AI agents are used in the business. And what exactly the fun fact here? Almost 80% of the Fortune 100 companies are using IBM Watsonx governance agent framework. And second one is Azure AI agent framework, and it uses Copilot stack. If you have been using Microsoft 365, you might have got to know about how the Copilot has been integrated with Microsoft 365 applications and how it helps to create the enterprise workflows. And the fun fact here is when they introduced this AI agent in Azure, almost like 300 million users have used this particular AI agents. And third one in this list is AWS agent on Bedrock or SageMaker. If you have been using AWS, you might know well about Bedrock or SageMaker. This helps to build scalable agent workflows. And also, the fun fact here is Bedrock hit 10K customers in 6 months. That's very impressive. And also, the fourth one is Google Vertex AI and LangChain, that is for enterprises. It creates real-time agents with grounded outputs. Tensor processing unit. This is the processor that Google has created to run AI agent tasks. And also, it accepts trillions of parameters. And the final one is Kubernetes agent systems. Enterprises adopt CI/CD and API-based orchestration with the help of this Kubernetes agent systems. And if you take any company who is using containerization concept, Kubernetes is the base for everything. And Kubernetes powers almost 96% of the enterprise containers. So these are all the enterprise AI agent frameworks that you can go and explore in detail and adopt for your organizations if you are working as an enterprise architect. I have listed out all the links here in the description. You can go and explore these enterprise AI agent framework for your business. And next one is non-enterprise AI agent framework. So as I explained earlier with an analogy, if you are a coder or hacker, if you want to explore more about AI agent frameworks, you can just go and use these non-enterprise AI agent frameworks. AutoGPT, Baby AGI, and Camel are the frameworks which are used for the loop-based and goal-driven automation. What exactly it means? Suppose if you are creating an AI agent for running a particular loop-based activities, it is very helpful if you can go and explore AutoGPT. You will get to know more about how you can use AI agent for your non-enterprise business use cases. And the fact here is AutoGPT repo hit 120K stars in 2 months. I have given the repository link in the description below. You can go and explore and use it. And second one is LangChain open source software. This is another non-enterprise AI agent framework. It is lightweight and you can use it for chaining use cases. That means like one agent passes the task to another agent, and the task will get passed to a third agent. It will continue to achieve a global task. And 70% of the GenAI hackathon winners used it. So as I mentioned earlier, that non-enterprise AI agents are just for the developers, hackers, coders. So you can easily use it in your desktop and get the benefit out of it. And the third one is Crew AI and Agent LLM. Basically, when it comes to Crew AI, it was acquired by IBM, but still is open source. You can go and use it in your local desktop. Basically, it will help you to orchestrate multiple agents in your organization, or if you're a startup company and you wanted to use multiple agents for achieving multiple tasks, all these multiple agents can be managed or delegated the task by this particular Crew AI agent. And React AI and Llama Index, this is very popular for using the data from various data sources, and you can consume the data from different data sources and curate it and use it for your agent to consume and achieve the business goal for your organization. And it will help you to identify the reason, action loop, and vector search. You can go and explore this particular non-enterprise agent for your business use cases, or if you are non-enterprise, you are trying to explore what exactly AI agent, how it will be helpful for your organization, you can go and explore. And last one is Meta's Open AGI or Hugging GPT. It connects more models. It connects 100 plus models to act as one. And you can assume that Hugging GPT can hug over 100 tools. Like when it comes to AI agent must need to talk to the tools to get the actions completed or get the task completed, right? So this particular non-enterprise AI agent framework will help you to connect with 100 plus tools to get a particular AI agent for your organization. And what exactly the clear difference? If you look at the first column, I have mentioned a couple of factors. These are all the key factors that differentiate enterprise AI agent and non-enterprise AI agent. First one is security. When it comes to security, the enterprise AI agent follows strict role-based access control, and also it produces audit logs, and it produces multiple logs to analyze how the agent behaves, how the AI agent reacts for particular action. All those are captured properly so that you can confidently use for your businesses. And when it comes to non-enterprise AI agents, this particular factor is minimal. Like it will not give you the strict role-based access control, or it will not produce a particular audit log to measure the performance of your AI agent, etc. And when it comes to model access, the enterprise AI agents connect with fine-tuned models and private LLMs solidly so that you can use those models in the AI agent framework for achieving the business use case. But when it comes to non-enterprise AI agent, you have to use public APIs or open source software to achieve this model access feature. And when it comes to orchestration, normally if you produce multiple agents in your organization for achieving a business task or business goal, you must need to orchestrate these multiple agents, right? For enterprise agents, these orchestration capabilities are widely used, and also if you take IBM's Watsonx Orchestrator, that has the full capability to use multiple agents and orchestrate the task between multiple agents so that you can achieve the business task clearly. And also, suppose if an agent is running on the private cloud and another agent is running on the public cloud, and you can use the orchestrator to collaborate with these agents, and you can have the right CI/CD pipeline in enterprise agent framework. But when it comes to non-enterprise agent frameworks, it has to be running in the local host or collab. It will not have the hybrid cloud capability, or it may not have the solid CI/CD pipeline capability. And another key feature in enterprise agent framework is governance. It has clear explainability dashboard that will help you to know more about what exactly the governance policies are being used in the organization, how the agents are adhering to those governance mechanisms. Everything is very clear. That's the reason that people who are doing a lot of large businesses are focusing on adopting the enterprise agent, not non-enterprise agent. And when it comes to non-enterprise agents, it is not a focus. They are not going to focus more on governance because it's costly and it's very complex feature. So you cannot expect anything related to governance in the non-enterprise agent framework. And when it comes to team usage, if it is an enterprise agent framework, you can cross org or cross teaming with multiple teams in your organization. And also it has solid monitoring dashboard, monitoring capability. But in case of non-enterprise agent framework, it is not for the team usage, it's for team testing, but it will be single user framework. So you can just create everything in your desktop as a single user. So these are all the clear differences between enterprise AI agent and non-enterprise AI agent. And as an enterprise architect or cloud architect or coder or hacker, whatever may be the role, if you are planning to learn more about AI agent and AI agent framework, and if you are in the journey of creating the architecture for your organization as an enterprise architect or cloud architect or AI agent solution architect, first you must always think couple of key items and use those for building this type of architecture. You must first define the agent's role. If you are creating an agent, what is the role of that agent? Whether the agent is going to produce the new configurations for your infrastructure setup, or is this agent going to produce new business requirements for your application? So first you must define the agent's role. And also, since agents need a lot of help with the tools, right? So you must identify what are all the tools this particular agent can access to complete the task. And when it comes to memory, this is another key factor that you must keep in mind as an architect, how much memory it needs to perform a particular task. And also whether this particular agent is going with a feedback loop, where the loop is going to be success, or if the loop is success, will it continue? And if the loop is failure, and will it go and explore by its own to find out the next task to achieve it? So these are all the things that you must list it out as an enterprise architect. And for enterprises, you must focus on AI governance, like Watsonx.governance. As I explained earlier, when you are choosing AI agent for your enterprises, you must be very, very clear on how this AI agent framework is going to be governed and how that business is going to be using this particular AI agent confidently and transparently. So explore more about AI governance if you are adopting AI agent for your organization. And Watsonx.governance is one of the key frameworks produced by IBM. So you can just go and explore it. I have provided the link in the description. You can explore more. And if you have any questions, you can put in the comment box below. And when it comes to containerizing, If you are using AI agent for your enterprise, and if you are picking the right enterprise AI agent, you must think about how you can containerize the orchestration capabilities of AI agent. For example, if you are running AI agent in your on-premises to solve a particular business task, and if you are running another AI agent on the cloud to solve a particular business task, how you are using the containerization capability to orchestrate between these two AI agents which are running in two different areas. And monitoring and performance, data lineage, these are all the key capabilities that enterprise AI agent must have. And if you are an enterprise architect planning to adopt AI agent for your enterprise, you must definitely check the capabilities of AI agent framework that has the monitoring and data lineage capabilities while using the data um, to produce outcome, right? So normally when it comes to enterprise AI agent, when you pass the data to LLM to do particular activity or produce new outcome, the data must be clean and thoroughly analyzed. So that's the reason you must need to adopt the data lineage framework before using the AI agent in your enterprises. And for the builders, it is not like enterprise. You can just go and explore the LangChain, Llama Index, and CrewA combo. This will be helpful for creating the workflow by using LangChain, and Llama Index will help you to collect the data from different data sources and lineage the data at certain extent. And CrewA will help you to orchestrate multiple AI agent in a single way so that you can use this particular combo to achieve a business task for your startups. And also set a clear prompt boundaries. When you use AI agent for startups, the prompt engineering is very key, and you must need to understand like what type of prompt boundaries you must need to set to achieve a particular task. And you can use local models because all the large language models are very costly and heavy to run in the desktop. So if you are a hacker or weekend hacker, you just or the developer or coder, you can just go and explore the local models and use it in your desktop for the cost control. That's it about the key differences between enterprise AI agent and non-enterprise AI agent. So now when you come to know about a particular agent in the world, like so many companies are producing so many agents, domain specific agents are available. Like if you are working on an insurance company, you might be hearing about insurance specific agents, and if you are working in a medical industry, you might be hearing AI agents specific to the medical industries, and if you are working in a finance industry, the finance AI agents are available. So when you explore the AI agents going forward, always think whether this particular AI agent is specific for enterprise or non-enterprise like startups. That will be helpful and differentiate the capabilities and adopt right AI agent for your organization. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and share it to your friends, and they will also get benefit out of it. And I have provided a lot of links to explore, and go and explore and put your comments in the comment box below. Take care. Bye.